Okay, try to make this shorter than I normally do. Jeep Wrangler YJ frame, 87 and 95, came off a 94 Sahara. Rust-free, straight, came in running and driving. And I want to show you the, this is the underside, and then I'll flip it over here in a second and show you the top side as well. Just going to go over and give you a good bird's eye view. No studs broke off over here for your belly pan, which is pretty common. Got a little bit of scaling there where the metal meets metal. A little bit of scaling here where your bumper pads and stuff are, but no rot in it. Inside and out is clean on this guy. Grade A. There's one area that's got a little bit of rot in it that I'll show you. It's a shock tower on the top. It's actually just a crummy design and happens quite a bit, but it'd be a really easy fix, and I did discount it for the price, a couple $100, and it sure as heck won't cost you that much to get it back up and going. I'd honestly change the design of it, but I'll show you that when I get to the top side of it. Jeeps Unlimited, 303-666-9020, or you can find us on the web at jeepsunlimited.net, not .com, .net. And we got new parts up, continually getting used parts as we go. They got 75,000 used parts going to go up. You can see my yard. There's my stack of frames I'm cleaning up today. And I got my tubs out there, axles, wheels, drive shafts, you name it. I specialize in this. I've been doing it for a long time. So just going around to the other side. This bolt here, we're going to cut off, and this is one you'll have to pull out, but the head's still pretty good on that one. You probably can get that one out pretty easy. And then going back down through here, all the body holes are in good shape to mount the bushings up there that get your body. So you're going to see the sky here for a second. Well, I flipped this guy over. You'll hear a clatter. These things are pretty light. Something like my... I don't know what that was. Cool thing about these YJ and TJ frames is they're fairly light. They only weigh about 150 pounds. So one person can manhandle them, but two people makes it a little easier. So here's top side. Factory paint is still fairly intact, or pretty much intact on this guy. There's your motor mount shock towers. All the top here. Everything's good up here. This is usually a good area if you're ever trying to measure out a frame and or square off. You always look at the welds here. These are factory welds. Make sure you don't see any cracking or anything, because if they ever get hit in the front, this is the area that usually gets taken out pretty easily. Other area is this here. These are these holes they put in the frame are actually a crumple zone, so that takes impact instead of you. So if you ever get one that's kinked there, pretty noticeable area too if you're looking at frames. Now here are both the areas. This one's starting to go too, and it's got rot inside right there. It's only on the top, and it's because all the dirt that gets trapped here, and then it's really hard to clean this area out. So this tower is actually okay. The other one's toast, but I would reinforce this or get rid of this design and make this, put some holes here to let that drain out the bottom or something. But I always recommend, even if you don't have problems there already, I would always recommend fixing that one. The back's in excellent shape. Top where your gas can goes, all nice and neat there. Your body holes there are perfect. And actually this is an area I like to show too. This is an area that loves to rot out, and this one's in really good shape. It's got a little scaling, but that one's in really good shape there. And then coming back to this other side here, this one is roasted, smoked, whatever you want to call it, but it is definitely here. I hit this with a 4,000 psi blaster, and it so it's just to show you. So it's fine here, it's fine here. The sides are still hard like they were original. Over here all is good, but this top area I would put a plate on it. And again, I would get something different as far as your mount, or just put I mean, these don't need as much as they've put on these things, and I hate that design, but it is what it is. So other than that, these are awesome frames, nice and solid for you. Again, I've knocked off quite a bit. You've saved about $400 on this frame for those two small areas there. And it's still, I'd say, a grade A frame, but maybe an A- because of that, unfortunately. Now, I do have frames that don't have that issue. And they're going to be, actually I think I have 1 or 2 left over here, and I'll put those up here in a second. But again, let's recap. JeepsUnlimited.net, 303-666-9020, and we do ship worldwide. We built special pallets to ship these things. We do sell tubs. This is the Sahara. Matter of fact, this is the tub right here that came off of this, so you can see how clean this tub was and straight this thing was. There was no anything on it, front or rear. All the way around. I usually don't have the tubs because they sell so quickly, but this one I haven't got listed yet. And the floorboards are solid too. It's got some dirt down there. We haven't, see, this is all just dirt. You can see that wipe off. We haven't got it cleaned up yet, but this will be listed as well here in a minute. And then you got your front here, nice straight. That's the areas they get hit. They crumple up into firewall and everything. So again, 94 Sahara, but it doesn't matter. 87 to 95 will bolt on. I appreciate you taking the time and watching the video.